Welcome to my channel Bookish English 2. Today I will tell you something powerful and very different. Do you want to know how cartoons and stories can change your English forever? Stay with me, because what I am about to share can make you feel excited about learning again. I will show you how I went from zero to speaking English with confidence, only using cartoons and stories. You will see every step, every mistake, and every secret. Let's start this journey together. Chapter 1. The Day I Found English Inside Cartoons. Welcome to a new part of your English journey. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this scene. A small room, a bright TV screen, colors moving fast, funny voices filling the air. A young learner sitting close, eyes wide open, heart beating fast with curiosity. That was me many years ago. I did not know a single word of English. I did not have a teacher. I did not have big books. But I had cartoons. And that moment changed my life forever. I still remember the first time I heard English coming from a cartoon character. The sounds felt soft and musical. The words felt like magic, like a secret code only the characters knew. I could not understand, but I could feel something. I could feel joy. I could feel excitement. That feeling became the seed of my English journey. If you are here now, you can plant your own seed too. It can start small. It can start with one cartoon. It can start with one story. When you are a beginner, English can feel heavy. Textbooks can look hard. Grammar can feel like a wall. But cartoons break that wall. They open a window to a world full of color, action, and sound. They give you words and sentences wrapped inside stories. You don't just see words. You see people moving, laughing, crying, running. You hear words again and again. Slowly, the sounds become familiar. Slowly, the words find a home in your memory. This is why cartoons are powerful. They teach you without pain. I used to sit very close to the TV. I would copy the faces of the characters. I would laugh when they laughed. I would repeat sounds even if I did not know the meaning. Every day, a little more English entered my life. It did not feel like study. It felt like play. That is the secret. Learning English should feel like play, not punishment. If you can make it fun, you will stay longer. If you stay longer, you will learn more. That is why this works. I remember one cartoon where the hero always said the same word when he jumped. He said it again and again in every episode. One day, I said it with him. It felt strange, but it felt good. That was the first English word I ever spoke. It was just a small word, but it opened a big door. From that day, I wanted more. I wanted to know what they were saying. I wanted to speak like them. My heart started to beat with a new dream. This can happen to you too. One small word, one small moment, and your whole English story can begin. Cartoons do not judge you. They do not say you are wrong. They do not tell you to hurry. They wait. They repeat. They show pictures. They make funny sounds. This is the perfect teacher for a beginner. You can pause. You can watch again. You can listen again. You can copy again. Every time you do, you grow a little stronger. Every time you do, your fear becomes smaller. This is how confidence grows. Slowly, naturally, with joy. Think about your own life. Think about the shows you loved as a child. Think about the stories that made you laugh or cry. Those stories are still inside you. They have power. You can use that power to learn English. You can pick one cartoon, watch it in English, listen without fear, copy without shame, repeat without stress. Little by little, you will understand. Little by little, you will speak. This is not a dream. This is a real path. When I first started, I did not know I was learning. I just enjoyed. But one day at school, a teacher asked me a simple question in English. And from somewhere deep in my mind, a cartoon line came out. I spoke it. The teacher looked surprised. I was surprised too. That moment showed me something very important. Your brain keeps everything you feed it. Even if you think you do not understand, your brain is listening. Your brain is saving. Your brain is waiting to give it back when you need it. That is why cartoons are not a waste of time. They are a gift. Today, English is part of my life, but it all started there, on the floor, near the TV, eyes open to a new world. That world is open for you too. You do not need a perfect plan. You do not need a big teacher. You need curiosity. You need a little time. You need a story or a cartoon that you love. Start with that. Start small. Feel safe. Feel excited. And watch how English slowly becomes your friend. This first chapter is the door to the rest of our journey together. You have seen how it started for me. In the next chapters, I will show you the steps you can take to copy this journey and make it your own. But today, take one action. Think of one cartoon or one story you love. Find it in English. Watch it tonight. Listen to the sounds. Feel the rhythm. Repeat one word. This is your start. This is your chance. This is how you begin. Chapter 2. Why Cartoons Work When Books Fail. Think for a moment about how you feel when you open a big grammar book. The pages look heavy. The rules look endless. You feel slow. You feel pressure. Now imagine sitting with a cartoon. The screen is bright. The characters are alive. The story is moving. The sound is warm. You start to feel relaxed. You start to smile. This is the difference. One closes your heart, the other opens it. This is why cartoons work when books fail. They touch your emotions first. They make you feel safe. And when you feel safe, you learn faster. Books can be useful. They hold knowledge. But when you are a beginner, books can feel like a mountain. Every page feels like climbing uphill. Every rule feels like a test. Your brain feels tired before you even start. But cartoons and stories are different. They take you into a world. They show you language inside life. They give you words inside action, sound and feeling. You are not just reading, you are living. This is how your brain wants to learn. This is how children learn. This is how you can learn too. When you watch a cartoon, you hear words again and again. The characters repeat their favorite lines. They use simple language. They move their bodies. They point, they cry, they laugh. All of this helps you understand without thinking. Your brain connects the sound with the picture. It connects the word with the action. This is natural learning. This is powerful learning. It is like putting language straight into your memory without pain. I used to sit with my notebook next to the TV. I did not write every word. I only wrote the ones I loved, the ones that made me smile. I drew small pictures next to them. A hero with a cape, a cat with big eyes, a ship flying in the sky. Those pictures and words stayed in my mind. When I closed my notebook, the images were still there. The words were still there. They were alive because they came with feeling. Books alone could not give me this feeling, but cartoons did it easily. Think about how you learned your first language. You did not start with a book. You listened. You watched. You copied. You felt. That is the secret you can use now. Cartoons help you return to that natural way of learning. You do not need to understand every word. You do not need to translate. You only need to watch, listen, and feel. Your brain is smarter than you think. It will collect the meaning. It will save the sounds. Later, when you need them, the words will come out by themselves. I remember one show where the same simple sentence came again and again. At first, I only heard sounds. Then one day, I understood. The meaning just appeared in my head. No one translated it for me. No teacher explained. My brain did it because it had enough pictures, sounds, and emotions. This moment felt like magic. This can happen for you too. You only need time, patience, and joy. You may worry that cartoons are for children. You may think they are too simple, but that is the beauty. Simple is good. Simple is clear. Simple is strong. If you start simple, you will grow fast. And there are many cartoons and stories made for adults too. Choose what you love. Choose what makes you curious. If you enjoy it, you will return to it. If you return to it, you will learn from it. That is the rule of the heart. Right now you have a choice. You can fight with books and feel tired, or you can step into a cartoon world and feel alive. You can fill your ears with sounds, your eyes with colors, and your heart with stories. When you do this, English becomes soft. It becomes friendly. It becomes something you want to be with every day. This is the path to confidence. This is the path to speaking without fear. Cartoons work when books fail because they give you more than language. They give you an experience. They give you a story. They give you emotions. And emotions are the glue that makes memory strong. With every episode you watch, you are not just passing time. You are building a bridge to English. You are training your brain. You are making English a natural part of your life. You are becoming the kind of learner who does not give up. Tonight when you finish watching this video, try it. Pick one cartoon. Watch it in English. Listen. Smile. Repeat one word. Write it in a notebook. With a small picture. Do it again tomorrow. Feel the difference. This is your chance to learn without pain. This is your chance to let English enter your life through joy. Chapter 3. My first words from my favorite characters. Think about the first time you heard a word in English that you could say yourself. That small moment feels like magic. It is the door to a new world. I still remember the first word I copied from a cartoon. It was short. It was simple, but it felt powerful in my mouth. It was the moment I stopped being only a watcher and became a speaker. This can be your moment too. It can happen with just one small word from a character you love. When you watch your favorite character again and again, something begins to happen. At first you only hear sounds. Then you start to catch a small phrase. Then you begin to copy it without fear. This is how English enters your life naturally. You are not forcing yourself. You are not pushing through a book. You are letting a character you like become your first teacher. This makes learning warm. This makes learning safe. And when you feel safe, you learn faster. I used to sit very close to the screen. I listened to the same line many times. I whispered it with the character. My voice was shaking. I made mistakes. But it felt alive. It felt like I was in the story. I was not only learning English, I was living English. Every time I repeated the line, it became clearer. Every time I spoke it, it became stronger inside me. This is how the first words become part of you. This is how confidence begins. Your favorite characters can teach you more than words. They can teach you emotion. They can teach you rhythm. They can teach you how real conversation sounds. They show you how to smile when you say something happy. They show you how to slow down when something is sad. This makes English more than just a school subject. It makes it a living language inside your heart. You may think one word is too small, but one word is the seed of a whole tree. One word leads to another. One phrase leads to a sentence. One sentence leads to a conversation. That is why copying your favorite character is so powerful. It is not just about repeating. It is about feeling. It is about letting the sound enter your memory through joy. This is how children learn their first language, and this is how you can learn too. When I first started, I did not understand the full story, but I understood the feeling. I could see the hero was happy or sad. I could see the action. My brain connected the sound with the meaning. Slowly, I began to know what the word meant without a dictionary. This made me feel proud. It made me believe I could learn more. That feeling kept me going day after day. You can do the same. Pick a character you love. Listen to one line many times. Close your eyes and say it. Look in the mirror and say it. Record your voice and play it back. Each time you do, you are building your English muscle. Each time you do, you are making English more natural. This practice may feel small now, but soon it will become a habit. Soon you will have many words, many lines, and many sentences ready to use. The beauty of learning from characters is that they never judge you. They never get tired. They never tell you to hurry. They say the line the same way every time. This gives you a safe place to practice. This gives you a model to copy. This gives you a friend in your journey to fluency. It is like having a personal coach who never stops smiling. Tonight, when you sit down, try this. Watch your favorite cartoon in English. Listen for one line. Repeat it. Feel the sound. Let it stay in your heart. Tomorrow, do it again. Little by little, you will build a bank of words and phrases from the characters you love. One day you will open your mouth and the words will be there. You will not only understand English, you will speak it with life. Chapter 4. Stories Before Grammar. Think about the first time you heard a story as a child. You did not know all the words. You did not know any grammar rules. Yet you understood the meaning. You felt the joy, the fear, the surprise. This is the natural way the brain learns. Stories touch your heart first. Words and rules come later. This is why learning English through stories is so powerful. It reaches you in the same way your first language did. It gives you the gift of understanding without pressure. When I was beginning, I tried to read grammar books. They were full of rules and charts. They felt cold. They felt heavy. Every page felt like a test. But when I listened to stories in English, everything changed. The words felt alive. The sentences felt like music. The meaning came to me through pictures and feelings. I was learning without pain. I was learning without fear. This is the beauty of stories. They let you enter the language like a child enters a new game. A good story gives you more than vocabulary. It gives you characters, places, and actions. You see the language inside life. You hear it again and again. The same verbs, the same simple words. Over time, you begin to feel the pattern. You begin to speak naturally without thinking of rules. You begin to copy the rhythm. This is how fluency grows. It grows inside you like a small plant. It grows without you pulling at it. It grows because you feed it with stories. I remember lying on my bed, listening to an English story at night. At first it was just sound. Then it became pictures in my mind. Then, slowly, it became meaning. I felt as if the story was painting English words inside my heart. When I woke up, some of the words were still there. They were mine. I could use them. This experience showed me something very important. The brain loves stories. The brain remembers stories. The brain uses stories to save language. You can use this power too. Think about your own favorite stories. Maybe from childhood, maybe from a movie, maybe from a book you love. You can find these stories in English. You can listen, watch, or read. You do not need to understand every word. You only need to follow the feeling. Your brain will connect the dots. Your brain will make sense of it. And when you hear a word again, you will remember it because it lives inside a story you already know. Stories also teach you how sentences grow. They show you words in action. They show you how questions sound. They show you how answers sound. You are not memorizing dry phrases. You are watching real communication happen between characters. This is how you start thinking in English. This is how you start to feel the flow. You do not stop to translate. You do not freeze. You simply follow the story. This is the power that can set you free. You can do this today. Pick a short story in English. Close your eyes, listen to the voices, watch the pictures in your mind. Repeat one sentence you like. Say it slowly. Say it with the same emotion as the character. Write it down. Draw a small picture next to it. This small act will build your memory. This small act will make English part of you. With every story you enjoy, you are building your fluency brick by brick. One day, without warning, you will start speaking English and realize you are not thinking of rules. You are not thinking of grammar. You are speaking because the stories are inside you. The sentences are inside you. The patterns are inside you. This is the magic of learning English through stories before grammar. This is the path that is warm, natural, and powerful. Let stories become your teacher. Let them become your guide. Let them become your daily practice. You will not only learn English, you will feel English. And once you feel it, you will never lose it. Tonight, choose a story. Start with one. Begin your journey. This is how English becomes your friend. This is how you grow. This is how you win. Chapter 5: Listening like a Child. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine how a small child learns to speak. The child does not study grammar. The child does not take tests. The child listens. The child watches. The child repeats. This is the secret of learning any language. This is the secret you can use to learn English faster. Listening like a child will open doors that books cannot open. It will make English natural. It will make English part of your life. When I was starting, I felt shy about speaking. I wanted to talk, but I was afraid of mistakes. So I focused on listening. I listened to cartoons. I listened to stories. I listened to songs. Every sound became a small lesson. Every voice became a teacher. Slowly, without pressure, my brain began to understand. Slowly, without fear, my mouth began to copy. This is the power of listening first. It makes speaking easier later. Listening like a child is not just hearing sounds. It is giving full attention. It is feeling the rhythm, the music, and the emotion of the words. It is letting English flow into your ears again and again. You do not need to catch every word. You do not need to translate. You only need to let the sound enter your mind. Your brain will do the work for you. Your brain is smart. It can build meaning from repetition and feeling. Trust it. I remember sitting close to the TV, hearing the same line from a cartoon over and over. At first it was just noise. Then it became a shape. Then it became a word. Then it became my word. I spoke it out loud and felt a spark of joy. This is how children learn their first words. This is how you can learn English words. One line, one sound, one moment of courage to say it aloud. Listening like a child also means playing with your voice. When you hear a new word, copy the sound. Do not worry about spelling. Do not worry about rules. Copy the sound. Repeat it. Make your mouth and your ears work together. This will train your brain faster than memorizing lists. This will give you confidence. This will make English feel alive in your mouth. There were nights when I would play an English story while I slept. The next day, the sounds felt softer. The words felt easier. My mouth wanted to copy them. This is not magic. This is how the brain works. The more you hear, the more you feel. The more you feel, the more you speak. This is why listening like a child is the golden key to fluency. You can start right now. Pick a cartoon, a story, or a simple English video. Put your phone close. Listen while you walk. Listen while you cook. Listen while you relax. Do not force yourself to understand every word. Let the sound wash over you. Let it become part of your daily life. Every minute you listen, you are building your English muscle. Every minute you listen, you are getting closer to speaking with ease. Listening like a child also makes you brave. When you know the sounds, you will not be afraid to try them. When you have heard a phrase many times, your mouth will want to say it. You will surprise yourself. You will open your mouth, and the words will be there. This is the moment you stop being only a listener and start being a speaker. This is the moment your English becomes real. Take this step tonight. Choose one English cartoon or one English story. Listen to it 3 times. Copy one line. Whisper it. Say it again tomorrow. Smile when you do it. Each time you do, you are planting English deeper inside your mind. Each time you do, you are becoming stronger. This is how children grow in language. This is how you can grow too. Listening like a child is not a trick. It is a return to the most natural way of learning. It is a gift you can give yourself. It will make your English soft, warm, and alive. Start listening today, start feeling the sounds, and soon you will speak with the same ease that a child learns their first words. Chapter 6. Acting out scenes alone. Imagine your favorite cartoon or story coming alive in your room. The characters talking, the scenes moving, the lines you love echoing in your ears. Now imagine you stepping inside that scene. You become the hero. You say the lines. You act the emotions. This is acting out scenes alone. This is one of the most powerful secrets to learning English fast. It turns your practice into a real experience. It makes English a part of you, not just a subject you study. When I first tried this, I felt shy. I stood in front of the mirror. I looked at my face. I said one line from a cartoon. My voice was soft. My hands were shaking. But then I tried again. I said it louder. I used my hands like the character. I smiled. I made my eyes big. Suddenly it felt real. Suddenly, English felt alive. This was the moment I stopped being only a listener and became a speaker. This was the moment I started to live inside English. Acting out scenes gives you a safe world to practice. There is no teacher, there is no test, there is no one judging you. Only you and the words. Only you and the scene. You can be loud. You can be silly. You can make mistakes. This freedom is powerful. It removes fear. It builds confidence. It lets your mouth and your body learn together. This is how actors learn their lines. This is how you can learn English. I used to play the same scene again and again. I copied the voice. I copied the face. I copied the movement. Sometimes, I even added my own words. I became part of the story. I created new endings. I imagined new friends. Each time I did this, my English became stronger. My memory became deeper. My fear became smaller. I began to think and speak without translating. This is the magic of acting out scenes alone. When you use your body, your brain remembers more. When you move your hands, when you move your face, when you act with feeling, the words stay longer. They become part of your muscle memory. They become automatic. This is why children learn faster when they play. This is why you can learn faster when you act. You are teaching your brain to connect words with action, sound with meaning, and feeling with memory. You can do this right now. Choose one short scene from a cartoon or story. Watch it once, then stand up. Close your eyes, imagine the scene, say the line, move your body, make your voice big, make your eyes alive. Do not worry about mistakes. Do not worry about looking silly. This is your private world. This is your safe space. This is where you grow. Each time you do this, you are building a bridge between listening and speaking. Each time you do this, you are making English more natural. There were days when I felt nervous speaking to real people, but because I had acted out so many scenes alone, my mouth already knew the words, my voice already knew the rhythm, my brain already knew the feeling. When the moment came, the words came out. This gave me confidence. This gave me the courage to keep going. You can have this too. Acting out scenes is not just practice. It is preparation for real life. Tonight try it. Pick a favorite scene. Act it out alone. Say the lines with full feeling. Move your hands. Smile. Cry. Laugh. Make it real. This is not only fun. This is training. This is how you build fluency. This is how you remove fear. This is how you teach your brain and body to work together. Acting out scenes alone will make your English alive. It will make you strong. It will give you power. It will make you feel like English is yours. Start small. Start today. Feel the energy. And soon you will see yourself speaking English with confidence and joy, just like the characters you love. Chapter 7. My English Notebook of Characters and Words. Imagine holding a small notebook in your hands. It is not just paper. It is a treasure chest. Inside it are the words that changed your life. Inside it are the phrases you copied from cartoons and stories. Inside it are small drawings of characters you love. This notebook is your private world of English. It is your secret garden where your language grows. This is what I built when I was learning, and it changed everything for me. When you are a beginner, it is easy to forget words. They come, and then they go. They float away. A notebook is like a net. It catches them before they disappear. It keeps them safe. It keeps them close. Each time you open it, the words smile back at you. Each time you read it, the words grow stronger inside you. This is not just writing. This is planting. This is building your future English sentence by sentence. I remember sitting at a table after watching a cartoon. The voices were still in my head. I opened my notebook. I wrote the new words. Sometimes I did not know the meaning exactly, but I wrote it anyway. I drew a small picture next to it. Maybe a cat, maybe a spaceship, maybe a funny face. The pictures helped me remember. The act of writing made it real. The notebook became my partner. It became my quiet teacher waiting for me every day. This notebook also gave me a feeling of progress. When I looked at the first pages, there were only a few words. But after some weeks, the pages were full. After some months, the notebook was heavy with language. Seeing this growth gave me hope. It showed me that small steps create big change. It showed me that I was moving forward even when I felt slow. This is very powerful for your motivation. You can see your journey. You can hold it in your hands. Your notebook can be as creative as you want. You can write one word or a whole sentence. You can draw characters. You can add stickers. You can color the pages. You can make it fun. This is not school homework. This is your world. The more you love your notebook, the more you will use it. The more you use it, the more you will learn. The notebook turns your passive watching into active learning. It turns your practice into something you can touch. You can use your notebook to speak too. Open it. Point to a word. Say it out loud. Make a small sentence. Say the line from the cartoon. Add your own twist. This will help you remember faster. This will train your speaking muscle. This will connect your eyes, your hands, your mouth, and your brain. This is how memory becomes strong. This is how confidence grows. I still have my first English notebook. When I open it, I see my drawings. I see my mistakes. I see my first words. It makes me smile because I know that was the beginning. That little notebook was the bridge from silence to speaking. It was my private map of English. You can create your own map. You can start today. You do not need perfect art. You do not need perfect writing. You only need a notebook and the desire to fill it. Tonight, after you watch a cartoon or read a story, take a notebook. Write one word. Draw one picture. This small action will change your learning. This small action will give you something to hold. Over time, your notebook will grow. Over time, your English will grow. You will see it, you will feel it, and you will know you are on the right path. Your English notebook of characters and words is more than just paper. It is your personal journey. It is your proof of progress. It is your secret power. Start one now. Fill it with life. Watch how your words and your confidence bloom together. This is the simple habit that can turn your English dream into reality. Chapter 8. Making Mistakes While Speaking Like a Cartoon. Picture yourself repeating a funny line from your favorite cartoon. You make the voice high. You stretch the words. You even copy the face of the character. Then you realize you said it a little wrong. For a second you feel shy, but then you laugh. You try again. This is the power of making mistakes while speaking like a cartoon. It turns fear into fun. It turns mistakes into steps forward. It gives you freedom to learn faster and feel stronger. When I was learning English, I made many mistakes. Sometimes I mixed the words. Sometimes I said them in the wrong order. Sometimes I forgot a sound. But because I was copying cartoons, it did not feel like a test. It felt like a game. Each mistake was like a practice swing before the real hit. Each mistake taught my brain something new. This is why speaking like a cartoon works. It gives you a safe space where mistakes are not scary but normal. Mistakes are not signs of failure. They are signs of action. They show that you are trying. They show that you are brave. They show that you are pushing your limits. When you try to sound like a character, you are training your mouth and your ears. You are teaching your muscles. You are building your rhythm. It is natural to slip. It is natural to stumble. Children do it all the time when they learn their first language. You can do it too. I remember standing in my room, copying a superhero's speech. I spoke loud. I moved my arms. I made my eyes bright. Sometimes the words came out clear. Sometimes they came out strange. But each time I tried, I felt more alive. I felt more confident. After a while, the strange words became clear words. The slow lines became smooth lines. This is how practice turns into power. This is how mistakes turn into mastery. When you speak like a cartoon, you also train your emotions. You learn to smile while saying happy words. You learn to slow down for sad words. You learn to raise your voice for excitement. This makes your English more natural. This makes your English more beautiful. It also helps you remember faster. The body and the voice work together. The feeling becomes a glue that holds the words in your mind. You can use mistakes as a map. When you notice a mistake, smile at it. Try the line again. Listen to the sound. Copy the movement. Adjust your voice. This is how you teach yourself without stress. This is how you become your own coach. Each small correction makes you stronger. Each small success builds your belief. Soon you will speak with a voice that feels natural and true. Do not wait for perfection. Perfection will come after practice. Start now. Pick one line from a cartoon or story you love. Say it out loud. Make the voice. Make the movement. If you make a mistake, laugh and try again. Record yourself if you want. Play it back. Hear your progress. Feel your progress. This is not a test. This is your safe playground. This is where fluency grows. One day you will speak English with real people, and you will notice something. You will not feel frozen. You will not fear mistakes. You will speak with energy. You will speak with confidence. And if you make a mistake, you will keep going. You will fix it on the spot. You will smile. This is what happens when you train with cartoons. This is what happens when you let mistakes teach you, instead of scare you. Making mistakes while speaking like a cartoon is not silly. It is smart. It is a shortcut to confidence. It is a bridge between learning alone and speaking with the world. Start today. Turn your mistakes into lessons. Turn your lessons into power. Watch how your English grows every time you dare to try again. This is the way to freedom. This is the way to joy. This is the way to your true English voice. Chapter 9. From Cartoons to Real Conversations. Think about how exciting it feels when a line from your favorite cartoon suddenly comes out of your mouth in a real conversation. This is the moment when practice turns into reality. This is the moment when English becomes a living skill you can use. Moving from cartoons to real conversations is like stepping from a safe playground into the real world. It is powerful. It is scary. But it is also the step that changes everything. When I first tried this, I was nervous. I had watched and copied many cartoons. I knew many lines, but I had never said them to a real person. My hands were shaking. My heart was racing. I took a deep breath. I said a small line I had learned from a show. The person smiled. They understood me. That smile gave me courage. That moment showed me that my practice was working. It showed me that my time with cartoons had built something real inside me. The words you learn from cartoons and stories are not just sounds. They are tools. They are keys. They open doors in real conversations. They give you a starting point. They give you confidence. Even a small line can make a big difference. When you use a line from a show, you are not only speaking English, you are sharing a piece of a story. You are bringing emotion and rhythm into your speech. This makes your English more natural and more alive. Moving from cartoons to real conversations also trains your brain to think faster. In cartoons, you can pause, repeat, and practice. In real life, you cannot pause time. You must respond. You must listen. You must adjust. This feels hard at first, but all your practice prepares you. The rhythm, the words, the expressions you copied become ready in your mouth. They start to flow without translation. This is the moment you realize you are speaking English for real. I remember one day on the street, a tourist asked me for help. I wanted to answer in English, but I froze. Then a line from a cartoon popped into my head. It was simple. It was clear. I said it. The tourist understood. We talked for a few seconds. I walked away smiling. That small success felt huge. It made me want to try again. It made me believe in myself. This is what will happen to you too, if you keep practicing. Start with small steps. You do not need a long conversation. You do not need perfect grammar. Use a simple greeting. Use a simple question. Use a line you know well. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be brave. Each time you speak, you are building your English muscle. Each time you try, you are proving to yourself that you can do it. This is how confidence grows. This is how fear disappears. You can also practice with friends, family, or even online. You can write a comment in English. You can send a short voice note. You can say hello to someone. You can order food. You can ask a small question. Each small action is a bridge between your private practice and the real world. Each small action teaches you that your English is real and useful. One day, you will notice that you are not thinking about cartoons anymore. You are not repeating lines. You are creating your own sentences. You are speaking from your own mind. This is the moment when English becomes your language. This is the reward for all your practice. This is the proof that your time with stories and cartoons was not just fun but powerful training. Moving from cartoons to real conversations is a journey. It starts small. It starts with one line. It starts with courage. You can begin today. Take one phrase you love from a cartoon. Say it to a real person. Write it online. Use it in a message. Watch what happens. The more you do it, the stronger you become. The stronger you become, the more you speak. This is how you go from practice to reality. This is how you build a voice that is truly yours. Chapter 10. Writing My Own Small Stories in English. Picture yourself sitting with a blank page and a pen. The page is empty, but your mind is full. Characters you love, scenes you have watched, words you have learned, all waiting to come out. This is the power of writing your own small stories in English. It turns you from a learner into a creator. It takes the words you collected from cartoons and stories and lets you build your own world. This is where English starts to feel truly yours. When I first tried to write my own story, it was very short. Just a few lines. A hero. A cat. A simple action. But it felt magical. It felt like I was touching English with my own hands. Writing gave me control. It let me choose words. It let me see them. It let me feel them. It turned English from something I watched into something I made. This small act changed my learning. It gave me power. Writing small stories also helps you remember. When you write, you are not only seeing words, you are hearing them in your mind. You are feeling them in your hands. You are creating pictures. This connects many parts of your brain at once. It makes memory strong. It makes words live inside you. Even one short story can help you keep words forever. Even one short story can give you a sentence you can use in real life. I used to take a character from a cartoon and put them in a new place. Maybe the hero goes to my school. Maybe the princess eats breakfast at my table. Maybe the cat learns English with me. I wrote small scenes. I added simple dialogue. I tried to make it funny or exciting. This was not homework. This was play. This was learning without fear. Each time I wrote, I felt my English grow. Each time I wrote, I felt more confident. Writing your own small stories also helps you think in English. You are not translating from your first language. You are imagining directly in English. You are choosing words naturally. You are feeling the rhythm. This is an important step. It makes speaking easier. It makes listening easier. It makes English a natural part of your thoughts. Over time, you will see your sentences become smoother. You will see your ideas come faster. You will see your mistakes become smaller. Do not worry about making your stories perfect. Do not worry about spelling every word right. Focus on ideas. Focus on fun. Focus on bringing your English to life. You can write one paragraph. You can write one dialogue. You can write one silly scene. The important thing is to start. The important thing is to do it again and again. With every small story, you are building a strong foundation. With every small story, you are teaching your brain to create in English. You can also read your story out loud. Pretend you are the narrator. Pretend you are the characters. Give them voices. Give them feelings. This turns writing into speaking practice. This turns a quiet exercise into a full experience. This builds confidence. This makes your English active and alive. Tonight, after you watch a cartoon or read a story, try writing your own version. Make it simple. Make it fun. Make it yours. Even 5 sentences are enough. Even 2 characters talking is enough. When you finish, read it out loud. Smile at your progress. Keep the page. Put it in your notebook. This small habit will change the way you learn. This small habit will help you become not just a learner, but a storyteller. Writing your own small stories in English is a doorway. It connects the English you watch to the English you speak. It makes learning creative. It makes learning exciting. Start today. Start with one page. Start with one character. Watch how your words grow. Watch how your confidence grows. Soon you will see that English is not only something you learn, it is something you create. It is something you live. Chapter 11. Combining Cartoons, Stories, and Daily Life. Imagine waking up and hearing a line from your favorite cartoon in your mind. Imagine walking to work and whispering a sentence from a story you love. Imagine cooking dinner and saying an English phrase while you stir the food. This is how you combine cartoons, stories, and daily life. It turns English from a subject into a habit. It makes it part of you. It makes it something you live, not just something you study. When I began doing this, my learning changed fast. I stopped thinking of English as only study time. I started thinking of it as a friend walking beside me every day. I heard words while brushing my teeth. I spoke lines while washing dishes. I repeated sentences while walking to school. Each small moment became practice. Each small moment built confidence. My day became full of English, without extra stress. Combining cartoons and stories with your daily life also makes you feel proud. You see yourself using English in real situations. You feel the words becoming natural. You see your fear disappearing. This feeling gives you power. It gives you motivation. It makes you excited to keep going. You start to see that English is not far away. It is here. It is in your mouth. It is in your mind. One of my favorite tricks was to choose one line from a cartoon and make it my word of the day. I would say it while making tea. I would say it while walking. I would say it while waiting in line. I would hear the character's voice and then my own voice. This simple act trained my memory. It also trained my mouth. Soon the line became mine. Soon the line became part of my own English. You can do this too. Take a simple sentence from a story you love. Write it in your notebook, then use it during your day. Say it when you open a door. Say it when you see your reflection. Say it when you are alone. These moments may seem small, but they are powerful. They teach your brain that English is everywhere. They teach your heart that English is safe. They teach your mouth to move without fear. Combining English with daily life also keeps your learning fun. You are not sitting still, you are moving. You are living. You are using your hands. You are using your eyes. This is how the brain likes to learn. This is how children learn. This is how you can learn too. Every action becomes a memory. Every memory becomes a word. Every word becomes part of your voice. There were days when I felt tired. I did not want to sit and study, but I could still whisper a line while walking. I could still hear a story while cooking. I could still copy a cartoon character while waiting for a bus. These small actions kept my English alive. They stopped me from quitting. They reminded me of my dream. They gave me energy again. You will feel the same when you start to combine English with your life. You can also bring stories into your conversations with others. Tell a friend about a cartoon you watched. Share a funny line from a story. Teach a family member a new word. This builds confidence. This makes English real. This makes you connect with others through the language you are learning. Combining cartoons, stories, and daily life turns your world into a classroom. Every sound becomes a teacher. Every action becomes a lesson. You do not need extra time. You only need to shift your attention. You only need to add English to what you already do. This is the secret that will take you from learning to living. Start today. Choose one cartoon line or one story sentence. Use it during your day. Let English walk beside you. Let it live in your actions. Soon you will see that you are not just studying English, you are living it. You are breathing it. And that is when fluency starts to bloom. Chapter 12. English became my friend through stories. Think of the moment when something that once scared you becomes something you love. That was my experience with English. It started as a subject. It felt like a test. It felt like something far away. But through cartoons and stories it became a friend. It became a part of my heart. It became a voice in my life. This can happen to you too. This can be your future. When I look back, I see the small steps. Watching cartoons, copying lines, acting scenes, writing stories, using English in daily life. Each small step was a brick. Together they built a bridge. That bridge carried me from fear to confidence. It carried me from silence to speaking. It carried me from learning to living. This is the power of stories. They guide you gently. They give you a safe space. They bring language alive until it feels like home. English became my friend when I stopped fighting it. I stopped thinking about rules. I stopped worrying about mistakes. I started to listen. I started to feel. I started to play. I let cartoons and stories teach me the way they teach children. My ears opened. My heart opened. The words began to stay. The sentences began to flow. Speaking became natural. It became part of my daily life like breathing. Stories also taught me courage. When you follow a hero, you learn from their bravery. When you watch a character face problems, you learn to face your own. When you repeat their lines, you borrow their strength. This is why your favorite stories matter. They do more than teach you words. They teach you feelings. They teach you confidence. They teach you to express yourself. That is the secret power hidden in every cartoon and every story. I remember a moment when I was walking home and a line from a story came into my head. I whispered it. Then I said it louder. I smiled. It felt like English was walking next to me. It felt like an old friend. This feeling grew day by day. Soon I was thinking in English. Soon I was dreaming in English. Soon I was writing my own life in English. It stopped being something outside me. It became a part of me. You can reach this point too. You do not need to rush. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to keep going. Watch cartoons you love. Read stories you enjoy. Copy the lines. Speak them out loud. Write small stories. Use English in your day. Each small act brings English closer. Each small act makes English softer. Each small act builds trust between you and the language. One day you will wake up and realize something has changed. You will not feel nervous when you hear English. You will not freeze when you need to speak. You will feel calm. You will feel ready. You will speak naturally. You will understand without translating. This is the moment when English becomes your friend. This is the reward for your patience and your effort. This is the gift of learning with joy. Let stories and cartoons be the bridge. Let them be your guide. Let them be your daily practice. You will learn faster. You will enjoy more. You will build confidence. You will grow. Start today. Choose one story. Choose one cartoon. Take one small step. Speak one small line. Smile when you do it. This is how English stops being hard. This is how English starts being yours. If this journey inspired you, start today with one cartoon or one story in English. Practice one line, write one word, and make English part of your life. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment below with your favorite cartoon or story. Let's grow and learn together.